and work life. Her backstory: after suffering anxiety, depression and burnout in her 20s as a high achiever, she realised that work was killing her, and she created the Happiness Concierge to help people be more impactful at work. And now Rachel works with a whole heap of people, from Power Corps, Reserve Bank, Young Leaders, General Assembly, really helping people to bring it together and be authentic, which we'd all understand in social, I'm sure. So, Rachel, happy to have you.
What an intro! Shit, wouldn't it be nice to be able to do that intro for yourself? How many of you would feel comfortable saying, "G'day, this is what I do, this is my accolades, and this is what I want to do next"? Just a quick round of one out of 50. More of that Beyonce. More of that Beyonce. Or more Riri, depending on what day she is with that hair. Love it. Yes. Alright, so in all my months, years, travelling around Australia, New Zealand, Asia Pacific and soon to be North America, what do you think is the number one phrase I hear in boardrooms, from the Reserve Bank of Australia to Wink Models to every bloody digital agency in Collingwood? What do you think the number one phrase I hear is when I talk to people about what their life and career aspirations are? I don't know. Good start. It's a hell of a good start. What else?
Busy.
I'm so busy. Ugh, I'm so busy. Yeah, it's an addictive narrative. Any other ideas?
I want to be number one.
I want to be number one. You were. Wow. All right, so they're all pretty interesting. This is the number one phrase I hear. It's just that I'm not qualified enough. Who here can honestly say that they've never felt this way? I want to recruit you to come over to the Happiness Concierge.
Yeah, probably I don't know about 90% looking for ego. It's just
Amazing.
I'll just give it a go.
You'll just give it a go.
Yeah.
And what gives you the confidence to just give it a go?
Resilience.
Resilience. Really quite. So you've had some experiences, and what have you learned through that experience?
Well, I always look at what the worst thing that can happen to me is going to be. So I always think, well, death is probably the worst thing.
That's pretty bad.
But so if that's not going to happen, I'll give it a go.
That's right. You're one hell of a therapist.
And no, I'm not a therapist.
Or you've learned from a therapist. That's what my therapist told me. Consider the worst case scenario. All right, what's the second most popular phrase we hear? Oh. I've put inflections, got 20 years experience. So what happens when we use upwards inflection? We sound like we're asking a question instead of a statement. Instead of a dramatic pause, statement. What about this one? Ooh, I want to do it myself. I want to seem like a show off. I don't want to be like that guy. I mean, I want to be that guy, but I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to sound like a show off. Yeah. What about this one? Me? I'm no expert. I mean, other people can talk about my achievements, but I can't do that. Why can't we do that, guys? You can't, right? We can't even tell each other why. It's just, why? Australia, New Zealanders, those from the UK, we hate it. We hate it. Why can't we do it?
The tall poppy syndrome.
Amen. That's right. That's right. Oh, very big of you to say that in front of a crown, Jane. Yeah, the big tall poppy syndrome. Not back down. Yeah, we don't reward success unless they're an entrepreneur. More on that later. All right. So what are the two top things? A recent study in the Harvard Business Review tells us that people judge us based on these two things. The first, warmth. Then competence. So what does that tell us? As studies have shown that we reward warmth before actual competence, I think we could learn a lot from those people who are really good at the warmth stuff, okay? So that's what I'm going to teach you tonight, okay? Destiny's Child can really teach us a lot of life lessons, but the biggest one that I'd like to teach you today is around brand you. What I mean by that is what people say about you when you're not in the room, because that's when they make the biggest decisions that are going to affect your career, okay? Your profile, what you're known as, what people think before they go to email you or call you, your perception, how you're perceived, what Jessica talked about earlier, and Who do you know? I cannot remember the last time I had a job interview because networks do it for me. And that's what brings me here today. All right, so here what I teach in my Brand You workshop. I'd like you to remember this. An expert, and all of your experts, just to reassure you, can communicate the following: qualifiers, what they are qualified to talk on in an issue. So you might have heard some qualifiers that I casually mentioned in my intro. Reserve Bank of Australia, General Assembly, Wink Models. That was by design. They're qualifiers, okay? So I've worked for over a decade. I suppose you could say that I work with award-winning creatives. They're all qualifiers, okay? It's totally fine to say that. Expertise. What are you an expert in? What expertise do you have that is specific to your industry, your workplace, and is an accumulation of your experiences? Because each of us have individual experiences, life experiences, resilience.com, workplace experiences, and industry experiences, they're all unique to us, and we can create a narrative around that, okay? A fresh perspective. When you are someone who proactively suggests opportunities for improvement, you're not seen as a complainer, are you? You're seen as an innovator, an ideas person. When you're seen as someone who complains, you're seen as, I think he or she's a bit too busy. I mean, all they do is kind of complain. Complain by all means, but do that on Friday night with your mates. Outcomes. When you can communicate the outcomes of working with you or the benefits of working with you, it's an easier sell. So for example, if you were to say, look, I'm a happiness concierge. At the end of the day, I help people ace work in life. And I've worked with hundreds of people across Asia Pacific. I mean, who says Asia Pacific in a casual context? No, you're saying you're talking about yourself. You're going to big up yourself. Across Asia Pacific to ace work in life, and they're able to get the promotion or the pay rises that they deserve. And finally, personality. People hire people they like. They're told to hire people not like them, but they hire people they like. So we're going to talk about how to be memorable, and really, at the end of the day, it's just by being yourself and having the courage to be your big, badass self. All right, so what does warmth look like? Shit, there's so much to do. Be authentic, be successful, be warm. It's actually super freaking easy. And I bet that you know a lot of warm individuals when you think about it. Can you genuinely express joy when you talk about your job? How many people can genuinely do that? I've got a few genuine nods. Hey, Elsa, how you going? Yeah? Yeah, girl. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Who has genuine confidence? I can do this. I'm not talking myself into this. I can genuinely do that. Who feels that way? Yeah, that's what I like to see. That's awesome. What about conviction? I believe that the work that I do has meaning. A smaller amount. All right, that's helpful. And what about empathy? Are we able to put ourselves in the feet of the people we're talking to? And language. Do you talk down to people who don't work in your industry? Probably, most of us do without thinking about it. But if you can talk in a language other people understand, people who don't work in your industry can understand you, and that means potential clients, colleagues, and people who say, I don't really understand what she does, but she gets results. She says she's kind of like Tinder for workplaces. I can get that. I don't know what that accent is, by the way. That literally came out of nowhere. But if you can talk in a language other people understand, how's that make them feel? I know a thing or two about virtual reality, or whatever it might be. Things I have no idea about, because you can talk to me in a language that even I could get. All right, so how am I perceived? Some things to take home. Are you seen as a doer of the business? If so, bloody great. Businesses need doers to make or save money. When you're seen as a doer though, I don't want to promote a doer because they're so valuable, right? So if you're seen as a doer, it's about making sure that you're getting rewarded as part of your total salary for the value that you do add. And that can be money, that can be leave, that can be benefits, or that can be access to learning opportunities. Do people know what I want? Earlier this week, I found myself in the Paris end of Collins. I put on my most expensive looking suit, like Jessica would have told me, and I sat opposite a 25-year-old. And I said, great to meet you here. What's going on? How can I help you? He said, yeah, Rach, yeah. I came to one of your workshops, and I know what I want. I just need a bit of help getting there. There's this job that I want. And I said, great. So what job's that? He says, oh, no, it's not advertised. It's my boss's job. Oh, wow. And I said, okay, and how long have you been in the role? He said, 9 months. So why is that funny? Why is that funny? Because we find it absurd. Do we? Do we? Such confidence. Yeah, yeah. And what did I do when he was so clear about what he wanted? Hey? That's a unique take. I mean, what's tall poppy syndrome all about? Nothing. Yeah, so what did I do? When someone's so clear about what you want, what do you tell a super connector who kind of gets off on helping people? I get out my contact book. Who can I connect you to help you fill your skill gap so you can get that? Do you know how many women have asked me that in the last 2 years of being a videos concierge? 0. That's right, Alice. 0. And I don't want any more of that. I love my job, but I shouldn't have to have this job if we didn't have a confidence crisis. All right. Do I make opportunities to tell people what I want more of? I don't really give a rat's ass what you're doing currently. What I want to know is what you want to do more of. Because when you talk about what you want to do more of, what happens? Your body language changes and you start exuding joy and conviction. The one thing that you might not be able to talk about in your current role if that's not rocking your world. And also, can people imagine me in the setting that I see for myself? No one was Googling, what is Rachel Service doing 3 years ago, and where are her Beyonce analogies in front of a crowd? I had to create opportunities to do that. I had to speak at the opening of an envelope. That's just me being my authentic self, by the way. My clicker. Authentic self. Can people imagine me, or can I create opportunities? Don't wait, it's never going to happen. Okay. All right, who knows what I want? Who here knows what they want and they're doing something about it? Yeah, well, you won't need a speaker like me, but for those of you who didn't raise your hand, if you don't know what you want, today's an awesome opportunity to think about that overnight, okay? And I've got a worksheet, happinessconcierge.com.au/I want, if you want some guiding thoughts on where to start. Do I have a network of outside of work, or is it just my industry? When you have a network outside of your work, what does that give you? Opportunities. Okay. Opportunities. Yeah, that's right. Because when you're industry agnostic, the pay's a little bit different, client side. Let's just say that. But the opportunities are better agency side. All right, can people find me? When people look me up on LinkedIn, do I look like the photo or do I look like I did a selfie on my night out? So that's cool. Love that for a professional body. All right, takeaways. Ask yourself who you want to be known as. I want to be known as a person that you call when you don't know what to do next. You know me as, I'm the super connector. She'll talk me out of a rut. She knows what to do. I want to be the emergency happiness concierge. What do you want to be known as? Not what you're now, what do you want to be known as? Create opportunities for people to see you at your highest value. It doesn't matter if you've never even seen them or you can't even imagine them. Create those opportunities. You say to your boss or colleagues or friends, this is what I want to do. Please be my pretend audience. My labradoodle has done that many a time with my poor neighbours. So you've got to practice on someone, right? Yeah. Very patient. All right, talk more about what you want more of. And if you don't know what you want, tonight's a great opportunity to start thinking about that. Talk more about what you want more of. Okay? Finally, ask a super connector for help. I'm a super connector, but who in your network knows you, likes you, trusts you, can advocate to you, and wants to help you? Okay? Ask your network, finally, to connect you to career crushes. Never seek the advice of an individual who isn't in the shoes that you would like to fill. Ask people who have the skills that you don't. How does funding and money in San Francisco work? That's something that I'm working on at the moment. So I'm meeting with the CFO who helps businesses grow in Sydney to ask him how money works. I wouldn't say that's my strong suit, you know what I mean? And my final remark is, if tonight's taught you anything, if I don't see you on LinkedIn, I would be very disappointed because you'd be surprised at what industries and businesses ask me to speak and connect to their people and who I could connect you with. Thank you.